evening, everyone. Hey guys, as y'all are jumping on board, if you would, please and I would send out any last minute text. Anybody you'd want to get on the call, which should be everybody. Remember that these team calls every week are your team calls. These are not our team calls. These are your team calls for you to get value out of, for your team to get value out of. And as you're growing and as you're building, for you to share on these calls. So you would make sure as you're jumping on board, mute your phones, please, to stop any kind of background noise. Again, send your last minute text. We'll be getting started in a few minutes.
Hello. Good evening.
I'm sitting here talking to a muted phone, computer. Guys, we'll be getting started in just 1 minute. Appreciate everybody for jumping on. Again, this is our weekly team call. This is your call. This is not our call. This is basically for everyone to be able to share exactly what is going on, for people to see the culture, and also get value from these calls. We have a lot of cool stuff going on. We have another new, very large rank up in the team, a huge win that we're super excited about. This is actually the first girl that joined our team, first lady, and we're just so excited on what has already happened for her team. And I mean, this is someone that is an absolute servant-driven leader. She has been, one of the backbones of the organization, as we've been growing. And guys, we talk a lot, and in fact, we really want more of the ladies to step up and run these calls and do all that. So we're giving you all the invitation, because really 80% of the team is ladies, and the more they hear from you guys, the more it's going to help inspire them on what is possible and what they can create. So this is an individual that has not only done some amazing things for herself, but her team has been winning in a big way, and she's been contributing to the entire team. So with that being said, I want to bring on someone that has become one of my closest friends, who has been absolutely amazing, and I've just enjoyed more than I can put into words, getting to know her and her husband Steve, and all the people that have come through this organization. So Robin Grigsby, are you out there?
I am here. Hi, Chris. Hi, guys.
Big congratulations on hitting ambassador. I know Ricky saw it probably before you did.
Yeah, he did.
So guys, Robin is directly enrolled by Ricky. In fact, I didn't see him unmuted. It's the only reason why I started off. But, you know, there was a congratulations that Ricky gets up at the crack of dawn, and he had already congratulated her at God knows what time because she hit overnight. And, you know, that's one of the things that I can say that Ricky has been absolutely unbelievable on, is really staying on top of just all the numbers, where people are. He knew it was going to happen yesterday and was saying, yeah, Robin's going to hit tonight, which was really cool. Woke up in the morning and boom, it was there. So, Robin, kind of share, and Ricky, if you want to unmute, I know that you don't have your, I don't think I see your camera on, but yeah, it is on. But at any rate, if you have any questions, let's ask Robin some questions, get her to share kind of what's been going on, what things have been instrumental in her growth, and what does she see happening over here in Elevacity.
Well, you know what? Thank you, Chris, so much. I appreciate that. And I can't tell you how awesome it truly, truly feels. And it's really, you know, it's not just me, it's a reflection of the team. And I just think, you know, from the beginning, it was about loving on the team, you know, showing up and trying the best to be on almost every welcome call I can possibly be on. I swear I stayed in my house for days on end at the beginning when it seemed like I didn't even see daylight. It was like welcome call after welcome call after welcome call. And, you know, it's well worth it though. You know, you get uncomfortable now to be comfortable later. And I just think it's important, you know, to be able to reach down in your team, connect with your team, find out what their why is, find out what their goals are, let them know you're just human. You know, you're here. I mean, we've had, I know, Chris, you've had many years in the industry. I've been in the industry 17 years. For some of you that don't know me, I'm Robin Grigsby out of Sacramento, California. I have been in this industry for 17 years. So where I'm at today is compiled of so many years of dedication, commitment, reading books, you know, developing myself, developing my mindset, my belief system, you know, and it just doesn't happen overnight. There are some that get lucky, you know, there's some that hop in and timing is perfect and they just happen to partner with the right person at the right time. And they do get lucky and they reach levels that some people hardly ever see at sometimes and or wish to see, and it takes years to get there. You know, I've had some great successes. I've had, you know, big wins and I've had big losses. I've been in companies where I've struggled and I couldn't understand why I couldn't get to those levels. And I just always, you know, I learned that it was because God only gives you what you can handle. And I would always be like, God, what is it I need to learn? What am I not handling? What can I not handle? And it isn't until you reach these levels do you realize, man, now I think about it, with the team that I have, there's just lots of fires that you put out sometimes. And it's like, oh my goodness, I was not equipped for a team like this. I was not equipped before I wouldn't have been able to handle, you know, what was given to me. And I do believe you're given, you know, what you're given at the time that you should have it. And, you know, it is a journey. The best part about this industry, you guys, I say, you know, I got into this industry because of a health challenge. I wasn't looking for this business. I didn't even know there was something like this at the time. I was completely happy, you know, doing my work. I work in a salon and I'm a makeup artist, and I was, you know, working on movie stars and movie, film and television and just doing all kinds of great fun stuff, traveling. I was an educator for Paul Mitchell. You know, I love working with people. And when my health challenge came about and I was hit with an autoimmune disease, and then my dad had came down with prostate cancer, it was a very dark place for me. And it took me to get there, though, to be able to see, you know, something else I wasn't looking for. I didn't know God wanted me in a different direction. I didn't know I was supposed to be doing what I've been doing for the last 17 years, which have been so fulfilling and so rewarding to know that, you know, growing myself to be the better version of myself and helping others to do the same has been so gratifying. And to know that there's a business model that we can tap into to doing something like
in the
this,
morning.
where we're able to say, oh my gosh,
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes, Wednesday, 9:15.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Wednesday, 9:15.
Yeah, I knew that.
Good.
All righty. That's exciting. Hold on, Robin. I muted you because I was trying to mute somebody else and yours popped up. Unmute yourself, please, because, all right, there we go. Oops.
I got it. Yeah, I'm unmuted.
Exciting.
So yeah, I mean, I didn't know that this was the direction that I was supposed to go in at the time. I was honestly completely happy. I was planning on buying salons and building that way. And but when I got hit with that autoimmune and a friend came into my life who happened to be in this industry and, convinced me that products would change my health. And I was so skeptical and I didn't believe it, but I was so desperate. And so out of desperancy, I called her up and said, what do you got? And literally her belief in the changing my life, her belief in wellness, her belief in knowing that there's another way. I walked in faith and her belief. And because of that and faith and 3.5 months of, just believing in what she was saying I should do, and I did it. And all of a sudden all my symptoms went away. And I was blown away. I was like, how the heck did this just happen? I took everything to the doctors. They solidified. They said, yeah, we've heard of that and it has helped people. And then when I found out that they weren't telling people about this and I understood the whole wellness versus the, doctor world, it just clicked for me. I was like, my hope was restored. I was in a super dark, depressive place. Couldn't eat. Appetite was gone. Crying all the time. My whole right side of my body was shut down. I'm a stylist. I couldn't work. I mean, I had 2 children. It was a scary place for me. And to have my hope restored was one of the most amazing feelings ever. And I knew, I had to give this away. I had to do this for other people. I was like, when I first started this business, they call it puking at the mouth. I was puking at the mouth. And I said way too much. And I thought I had to know way too much. And so I spent so much time studying nutrients and wanted to know the molecules and how the glyconutrients and cell surface and communication. And I got all this sciencey and I became I even went to places where doctors would get credits to learn about wellness. And I thought if I educated people, they would listen to me and then they would follow me. But what I learned was I wasn't duplicatable. And that was the worst thing I could do. And I didn't know that at the time though. And so I tell people now, you don't have to know very much. You just have to know somebody that knows much. You don't have to know very much. You just have to connect somebody that knows very much. Even if you do know, if you know for yourself, that's good. But as soon as you start over talking the product, over talking, the wellness, there's been a few times I've been on welcome calls where I caught myself going into that with somebody. And I realized when I did it, I'm like, yeah, I am the expert because I was doing the welcome call for somebody. But even though I still went too in detail, I shouldn't know that much. I should still rely on the tools. I should still say, I'm really not sure, but let me get the information for you, because it's still about this business about duplication. And I learned so much at the beginning, but I had many failures. And when I say failures, it's not really that I learned from Tony Robbins. It's not failure, it's feedback. So when you have something that doesn't work, you didn't fail. It's just, this is the feedback you're getting that doesn't work. So you need to redirect. You need to get resourceful and look for another way, because nothing is here to stop us. Nothing is going to stop you if you're not going to let it. The wall is not put there to keep you from winning. It's put there to get you, to challenge you, to see how much can I grow? How much can they grow here? How much, God wants to, how much can you grow through this? What can you learn from this? Where can you go with this? And the number one thing that I learned early on is discipline your disappointments. You've got to learn to discipline your disappointments. You can't let things take you out. Like if you have a challenge, go to someone in your team that's been in this industry for some time. Go to your mentor. Go upline a few people. If you're a person that brought you in has only been here for a short period of time, go find somebody in your upline support that have been in this industry for some time and ask them questions. Tell them your challenge. And I promise you, we have been here. There's probably nothing that we've not been through that we can't say, this is how I got through it. This happened to me too. This is what I can tell you. If you look at it from this perspective, then you can get through it. What if, like, we're able to help you with blind spots. So if you've been here in this industry and you're hitting those walls, reach out. Like, don't give up. I've heard people just give up because they get frustrated and they don't want to bug you. They don't want to call you. They don't want to bug you. You're busy. No, we want you to bug us. We want you to call us because we're walking this path. We're going down this journey. It's like if you're going through a field and there's a bunch of mines in the field, and we've walked that path before. So we've either been close to a mine or we've even maybe got hit by some of the mine, when it blows up, and we learned where to walk. And so now we have people coming in and we're like, hey, don't sign up for that class. Don't sign up for that class. That's not, hey, let me help you see a perspective here so you can not let it take you out. Because if you look at it this way, and trust me, I call Chris. Chris has been in this industry a long time, so have I. But I love when I call him and say, Chris, because his knowledge, his wisdom, the downloads that he's gotten from all the books he's read, they're a lot of the same, but being able to talk to someone else that has gone through it too and go, hey, this is how I'm looking at it. And because we still have blind spots and we have emotions that get in the way. So it's like, this is how I look at something. What's your perspective? And staying open to grow, staying teachable. Like, you're always going to know that if you stay open and humble yourself to know, I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow. I was on a call with Chris earlier. He put me on a call with one of his guys that's getting ready to come over here. And he wanted me to share some insight on how our culture is over here with females. And we got into this conversation. And what I really loved about this guy, he's successful. He's already got a huge team that he works with. He's been in the industry for a long time. But what I was inspired by listening to him is how open he was to being coached. How he was saying, I know I have areas that I need to get better at. I know I could be too direct. I know I have this. And so he's sharing what he knows that he recognizes and is willing to admit that are weak areas of his, that he's open. And he don't know me, but he said, I'm open for someone to correct me and to help guide me in these areas so I can get better, so I can help my team win. And so, I mean, staying teachable, coachable, desire, your desire to get to your why, whatever your why is, your desire to accomplish what it is that you want to get to, that's your driver. Like, that is what you got to keep in front of you. That is what you got to have on a dream board. That is what you got to see every day. I tell, when we do a welcome call, everyone that's on my team either has started a dream board or has a dream board. And if you don't, then you better text me that you haven't, and we're going to get working on it. Because on the welcome calls, we talk about that. It's so important to dream. It's so important to just have the pictures that you want to see yourself in your life, your dream world, and to dream big. People forget to do that. They put away their dreams and they live in reality of now and what they have. It's like they think about, what I want, but they don't really believe it's possible. And so part of this is, sticking with knowing it's possible. It's just going to take time. And I've seen so many people win And this, I'm gonna scroll through here and see if I could see people that I know. Francisco. You know, Francisco's been in this industry for a long time, and talk about PTSD of the industry. We all have had PTSD of this industry. We've had experiences where, you know, we didn't want to feel again. You know, we didn't want to experience that again. We didn't want to feel that again. Oh gosh, are we going to do this again? It's a big commitment, you know. But honestly, I think once you've been bitten by this industry and you've been able to experience the feeling that it feels when someone calls you up or sends you a card and tells you, thank you for changing my life. Thank you for reaching out to me, because if you didn't, I was close to giving up my life. Thank you for, you know, I was in so much pain, and now I'm out walking and I'm with my kids and I'm able to function. Stories after story after story is what inspires me. I'm a yellow and a blue, if you know those colors. And I know how important it is for me to listen to stories, because that's what inspires me and that's what keeps me motivated. If you're a yellow and you're feeling uninspired for this business, or you're feeling challenged, go listen to some stories. Go get on some welcome calls, or, you know, go connect with people so you can feel that feeling of, oh my gosh, I know somebody like that. How good would that feel to go help somebody? Because I know yellows, I'm helping people in every color, but yellow's really like, we're like, so we live by that. And blues, you know, being a blue too, it's like, we want to have fun, and being a part of community of you guys and connecting with all of you at convention. And, you know, when we get an opportunity to connect at events, any kind of thing that we put together, the energy is so amazing, because all of us are on this journey of wanting better. Most of us are reading the same books. A lot of us are listening to the same audiobooks. A lot of us are listening to the same things that is growing us, and we're really connected at an energy level that's different than when you talk to people that are not on this journey. It's so weird. You can feel it. And so it's like we all can connect really easily. Like when we go to conventions, it's easy to connect together because we're on the same page, you know, and blues like to have fun, and then, of course, we all have all the colors. So then there's the red, who's competitive. I have a little bit of red in me, but it's not, it's more for myself. Like I compete with myself a lot of times. And I don't have a lot of red in me. In fact, you know, Ricky kept me on target with this, you know, calling me and telling me my numbers. I don't pay attention. I honestly don't really watch my numbers. I pay attention to the activity. I pay attention to connecting with people. You know, when I meet people, like I was just getting my nails done the other day, or I was at a pedicure, and a girl next to me, you know, she mentioned something about stickers on nails. Well, I know there's a company out there that has sticker nails business. And I was kind of like, oh, I heard about that. And I said, hey, I heard you say something about stickers on your nails. And she's like, oh yeah, it's something I do part-time. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I go, so is it a business that you have? She's like, yeah, it's one of those home-based businesses. I'm like, awesome. That's cool. And she's like, yeah, I do it. But you know, my husband, we own a business. I just do this on the side. And I'm like, well, I'd love to learn more about it. You know, right away, it's not about selling people what you have. It's about getting to know the person you're talking to, asking them questions about their life. I knew she had 5 kids, 2 girls, 3 boys. Starting at 22, she was used to be a real estate agent. She, her husband owned a garage door business, which, you know, is awesome. I'm like, who knows? I have a garage door. I might need, you know, that fixed one day. And we just connected about life, found out about an employee that just passed away, life insurance. Like we just chatted, got to know each other. And I'm like, well, that's awesome. I go, I actually have a home-based business too. We should connect on Facebook. I would love to get somebody's stuff. She goes, oh my gosh, yeah, what do you do? I share happy coffee. really? What's happy coffee? It's just, and I gave her samples right there, but I made a friend. Like, I got to know her, and I'm like, I'd be cool to go out with her sometime and go shopping or go do her nails and stuff. And then the night before I was at Chili's, and the guy next to me, we connected with him and gave him, and it's just like getting to know him and what he does. He's a fireman. He's retired. You know, he deals with racing now. And so it's all about just making real connections. And then it gets easier, because then if they try the product and they love it, they connect with you, and then they want to work with you, and then you connect with their friends. And then, you know, it's just, it's something that if we just slow down a little bit, pay attention to some of the details, not just try to sell people, but we're sharing stories and we're connecting belly to belly. That's how this works when we're doing belly to belly. I know there's other ways to build, and there's, you know, to be an influencer, you know, or to, you know, have funnels, you know, on websites, and you know, there's all kinds of amazing ways to build, but it still boils down to having real relationships and connections. I absolutely love working. You know, my team is just incredible. We meet for Happy Coffee Talk every morning, Monday through Friday. It was something that Melissa McGuire and we started in our last business. We met together with about 4 of us, and we found that it was effective. You know, we found like, wait a minute, there's something special here for us that we're connecting every morning. We stayed plugged in even more. And we inspired each other even more. And when we were challenged with things, we were able to help each other. And so when we came over here, her and I, you know, started meeting together in the morning. And I said, you know what? I think we should open this up for the team. I think we should say, hey, to invite your top 2, I invite my top 2, you know, that I invite Shar Garcia, Denise Grigsby, and Steve Jacone, and Melissa. And then they invited their top 2, and then they invited their top 2. And we did it slowly, because we were like, okay, well, who wants to run? Who wants to be super plugged in? It's not, a Happy Coffee Talk is not for just people who want to do it part-time. You know, it's who wants to be committed, plugged in, learn from each other, grow from each other. And you know, it could be as little as 4 or 5 people. And that's good enough. You know, if you're going to start a Happy Coffee Talk, just have your top 4 or 5 people you work with, and then have them invite their top 3, 4, or 5 people. And then before you know it, like, we have around 25 people, sometimes a little more, that show up in the morning. The challenge is, as the bigger it gets, it's a little tough for some people to talk. And because we all get to talking, and it's just a very comfortable environment. Some of us have towels, our hair up in a towel. Some of us are in our jammies. Some of us, you know, are going to, you know, work. Josh, Vasetta, and Brady, they're usually driving to work, and but they're so awesome. They always plug in while they're driving to work, and they talk a little bit, and then they mute themselves out. And Josh usually has a carload of guys that he's driving to work with. And, you know, Colt and Cindy, sometimes Cindy is hopping on, sometimes Colt's hopping on, you know, and, you know, Shauna and Amy was never a morning person. She absolutely was not getting up early in the morning. Amy Beeman, not doing it, wasn't having it. And now she's changing her ways, changing her habits, and she's on board. She's there every morning. Sometimes she's putting her makeup on. Sometimes she's just in her beautiful kitchen making her coffee while we're, you know, it's just a casual setting, but it's where we all can get to know each other, and everybody sees we're just human, and we learn from each other. And that's been an amazing tool for our team to grow and stay connected. And you know, we have, obviously, I've had some sideline be able to, you know, ask, hey, can I see what it is you're doing so we can start Happy Coffee Talk? And I'm like, absolutely, come in as a guest. You know, just, you can hang out and see what we do. I'll help you start your Happy Coffee Talk with your top 2. You only need 2 or 3 people. I mean, even if it's just 2 or 3 people, 4 people at first, that's cool. And then 5 or 6 come on, and then 7 or 8, and then, before you know it, and then they're duplicating. And I even talked to the team yesterday, right? I don't know what's today. Yeah. Yesterday morning about, hey, you guys, if you think that it's time for you to branch off, you think this is too big and you want to start your own with your own group, with your 2 or 3 and, keep going. Like, that's what we want as leaders. We want to lift people up. We want them to lead. We want them to take off and grow. And I said, we could still continue doing this as well, but I just want to encourage people to, lead also, and be a leader of their Happy Coffee Talk and continue to duplicate, because that's what's important. It's not about us being the leaders. Like Chris said, this is not, this is not his Zoomy. This is not Ricky's. This is not mine. This is not Ian's. This is all of ours. And we want you guys to step up and speak and talk and get better and interject what it is that's important to you and grow. And that's what we're here for. We just want to reach down, grab your hand, pull you up with us, and keep on this journey, because like I said, this company and what Robert has here is really special. We don't find CEOs like him. It's not a common thing to have someone like him leading, to greatness with an honorable soul. Like he loves, to be truthful, and he wants to have, he wants things to be right. And he knows between right and wrong. And, it's funny how the devil can work, because, the money gets involved and it just sometimes messes with people's head to where all of a sudden they lose really what is right or wrong. Even if they can make right decisions and they start to make wrong decisions, they go wrong paths. The last company we were in, we've seen a lot of people who were good people, but were being led into a very bad direction, and money allowed them to accept that and continue that. And many of us that were there decided, I was making really good money in the last company. We decided that is not right. That is not okay. And it doesn't feel good to make money when it's dirty like that. So we wanted our team to win. We want to be in a place where we felt inspired to invite people. We felt inspired, for other people to win here, and know they can. And knowing that if anyone joins any one of us in this team, we know we can help them make $500 to $1,000. Like, it's possible here. And when I met with a girl recently who just joined us, she was in another company called Monet. She's an amazing woman, been in the industry for 30 years, and she has an incredible amount of volume in her organization. And when she told me that she went from making thousands one month to a couple hundreds the next month, because the gotcha and the comp plan, I was blown away. I was like, this is the ugliness that we don't want to see in this industry. This is what we don't like. People who should not have to worry about that's invested a couple years in building and then make a few $100s in 1 month because of the structure wasn't exactly right. And she was blown away. And I just thought, this is not pretty. This is the ugly side of this industry that Robert wants to get rid of. Now, has it been easy? No. This launch has been super challenging. And for some of you that have been here from the beginning, I congratulate you for disciplining your disappointment, staying the course, knowing that this is part of the journey. Winning isn't easy. It takes effort. There's feedback, failure feedback. Like it's adjusting, it's redirecting. And I mean, so for those of you that have been here from the beginning, gosh, you guys, this has been an amazing ride. And I feel so even more excited that we're all here still and still driving winners and, helping people to win. And for those of you that are new, well, this is an amazing time to be part of this business. We laid a lot of groundwork. We've already got through a lot of most challenges. Is things going to be super easy? No, we're not going to have everything super easy. because it can't be, right? Because we have to grow. If things were easy all the time, we would never grow, and God don't want that. So we're still going to give challenges. We're still going to grow. But because of our culture here, and because of our trust, and because of the people who are leading the way, you know, Chris Schweda, Judy, Mark Willardson, like, these people are incredible. They have integrity. They're incredible. Like attracts like, you know, so you're going to attract your tribe. If someone don't join you, don't be upset. God was protecting you. That wasn't your tribe, and that's who you weren't supposed to work with. So you're going to attract the right people to you. And I think right now, that was my spill, Chris. I don't know. I think I'm finished at this moment.
Ricky, isn't that funny? Ricky calls me up and he's like, all right, Robin's going to do the call tonight. And so he's like, call her. So we call up Robin, and she tells us, well, I don't know what I would talk about. I'm not really sure if I could, you know, I just don't know what I would say tonight. And then she's like, well, y'all can ask me some questions. She gets on here and it's like, bam, 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 bam. So, again, so proud of you. You know, Ricky absolutely said he had a rock star when he had put me on the phone with you, and he was totally right. And, you know, your team has been so amazing. Colt jumped on a call. He thought the team call was at 7:00 tonight, Central, and he jumped on a call, and it was funny, just humble. And he edified, you know, you so much just on how much you've helped him and all that. And it's been a great. So, Ricky, over to you, buddy.
All right. I don't even know what to say. I brought in a rock star that brought in a bunch of rock stars. That's all I can say. Man, I'm just honored to be on your team, and, you know, everybody on the downline. I mean, everybody. You have Melissa, Jennifer March. I mean, leader after leader after leader. I can keep naming them, and I'll be here all night. That's for sure. So kudos to you and your team, Robin. Well deserved. So you're the new magazine cover for Elapreneurs. That's exciting for you and your family. So thank you for everything you do for the team. You're very valuable.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I think I might have my whole family coming to convention, because I just told them tonight at dinner, I'm like, guess what, guys? You're going to be on the front of a magazine. They're like, huh?
How cool is that, huh?
Yeah. So I think I might have them all come. They might all show up, which would just make me super happy.
No crying on stage. That's my job. I'm kidding. Congratulations, Robin. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, guys. So I'm going to wrap up the call. This weekend, hopefully you guys got the email. We're doing a live webinar, thing about Elapreneur 2.0 and the launch of super affiliate marketing. So, like, whenever I've been getting on calls with people here in the last couple of weeks, I've been telling everybody, you know, hey, forget about MLM. MLM is dead. We created a paradigm shift that's going to completely change the industry and the world, and we're at the front end of it. So it's pretty exciting to be changing the industry for the good instead of the bad. So we're super excited about that. Also, there's a lot of new people coming onto the team. Guys, I have, I think, 5 or 6 admins to the Team Rise page. And we do create, and I'm guilty of this too, because the girls get on my butt every single day whenever I welcome somebody, and I forget because I'm so busy. The girls created a November welcome post. You can find it on the Team Rise page. So if you're welcoming somebody onto the page, find the November post. Next month, it'll be December. That way, you know, we keep everything together, and there ain't a million posts, and then you're going to miss something that's going to be very important, you know, to relate to the team. Always go to the team pages if you want information on calls. We have our team call tonight for all the new people, okay? So you guys can write this down. It's every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're doing a 90-day run going into convention. What does that mean? We're having opportunities soon for you to invite your prospects to come look at what we're all excited about. That's on DOSE, D-O-S-E, Zoom, ZOOM.com. That's Monday through Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. On Saturday mornings on ElevateToHappy.com, we have a team training, okay, on how to get started on your business. And on Sunday at 6 p.m., we have a team training on how to achieve the first rank of the company, which obviously is the most important rank in the company. Once you go bronze, all you got to do is duplicate your efforts and teach your people to go bronze and keep duplicating, and you're going to move up through the ranks. That's pretty much all I got, guys. So stay tuned. Pretty excited about this weekend of our super affiliate marketing launch on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. If you guys don't have the information, please let us know so we can get you guys the information. Thank you so much for everything you guys are doing out there. You guys have a blessed night. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.